All right,
Yeah, you like that, huh? You
Uh-huh.
like that, huh?
Mhm.
Yay! We in this thing, man. Tony and Sash, man. It's been a minute and we missed you. But guess what? We are here. We are back doing our
Like we
thing,
never
and we gonna
left.
let you know. Oh my goodness,
We
a
back like we
lot to
never
talk
left.
about. Cause we didn't leave. We can't
No,
leave. Come on now. Can't
no,
leave. No,
no.
man. Hey, it is Tony and
What's
Sash.
up?
I am Tony.
And I am Sash.
And we have so much to chat about today, man. Not only are we going to hit the Cheyenne Bryant stuff, is she a doctor? You might still have to call her one. We'll tell you about that coming up. And on top of that, all the craziness that has been taking place since the last time we chatted with you. But, Sash, I know, you know what has taken
Mhm.
place this past weekend. Whole internet got shut down. The Drake album, Touchdown. And it wasn't just one album. We knew one album was coming, but we woke up on May 15th to 3 albums.
Yeah,
Craziness.
only Drake can do that. Only Drake
Only
can do that.
only Drake can do that. Now, what's so crazy is that Drake has been running this thing, man, for damn near 20 years. And everybody is on their sides now because you have people that are still riding with the whole Kendrick camp. They're saying, how can you come back? You got some that's just going to automatically assume it's corny. You got the Drake fans that are really just super happy right now. I mean, they running
Mhm.
around, throwing up the OVOs. It is wild. I'm going to give my honest opinion about it, though.
Okay.
I have to give my honest opinion about it.
All right. So what's that? What's your honest opinion about his albums that he dropped?
Well, the 3 albums came at a
Mhm.
big surprise. Okay.
Mhm.
We knew Iceman was coming. He had been prepping that one for a long time. Iceman, came. But to have the other 3, which are, I can't pronounce this, but it's like Habibidi or something. And
Mm.
and you have the matron on it, you know that one.
Mhm. Mhm.
Um, and I will say this. I've given a listen to all of them, and I don't care what nobody says. There is no way that you can tell me about Drake's albums after one listen, after 2 hours. There's no way you can tell me whether this is going to be a win or not, if it's hot or not. Because sometimes you got to let an album breathe. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Mhm.
Like, Sasha,
Before you toss it out the window.
before you toss it out the window, you gotta let the album breathe, man. You might need to go back through and listen to a
Mhm.
song or two
Mhm.
to really let an album breathe.
Mhm.
And I just want to say this for all those people who are saying that, you know, that the albums are not good, whatever. Man, we don't know what it is, first of all. And I'll say this.
Well,
In
TK.
my honest opinion, in my honest
Mhm.
opinion,
Okay.
the Iceman album is so doggone cold. I said it. I
Okay.
said it. I hate to even sound like a Drake fan right now, though
Cause
personally,
yeah, you sound like you.
I sound like I'm glazing them. I know. I'm not. I promise you I'm not. I don't rock the owl. I'm not throwing up the OVO sign. I'm not doing none of that. I
Mhm.
promise you, I want to be objective. But for my personal style of rap, what I
Mhm.
like stuntastic rap.
Mhm.
I want to hear about cars. I want to hear about clothes. I want to hear about women that I will never
Mhm.
get with. I want to hear about that. This
Mhm.
is my fantasy, dog. Let me live
Mhm.
it. And for my personal style, what I like.
And that's what rap used to be like. Like
At one point in time when getting money and women was cool,
yeah. I
when it
mean,
was
Slim like
something
your
that,
daddy. I mean,
yeah.
yeah, all that.
But
So
I will say this. The Iceman album to me is a very good album.
okay.
I I was listening to it before we started the show.
Hmm.
When
But
you
it look.
called me for our
Mhm.
pre-production meeting, I
Uh-huh.
was listening to the Iceman album. Now the
So
other two, but that Iceman album.
I just think that, it's getting shut down before people even listen to it, only because of
It's Drake.
what's going on. Yeah.
Well,
what's going
that's
on
the
too.
that's the part.
Who promoted it.
Okay, we're gonna get there.
Because say all promotion ain't good promotion.
We are going to get there. But the thing that's funny to me is that there are people who don't like it before they've even heard it.
Yeah.
They haven't even heard the album. They gave it one listen, and all of a sudden it's the wackest thing ever. Now, I'm gonna read you something, Sash. I'm gonna read you. This came from a writer from the LA Times. And here, I'm pulling this up because I found it very interesting. Hold up. This is the album review for Thriller. There was an album. Yes.
So we're talking about Thriller right now.
We're talking about Thriller. There was an album review from the Los Angeles Times where there was a person who reviewed the Thriller album.
Okay.
And he said that it was inconsistent, had no hits, and said that it was the only halfway decent thing was the bad rap done by Vincent Price on the Thriller album, where he's talking about darkness falls upon the land. He said the album was 2 out of 5 stars and that we would never hear about Michael Jackson again. That's what he said.
Wow. Well, it goes to show
100 million album sales later and King of Pop status later. There we have it. And that's what I want to say to anybody who's reviewing any of these albums. What the hell do you know? Just gonna say that. What do you know?
But they're literally judging a book by its cover.
Yes. Well, and the reason that I bring up the Michael Jackson Thriller analogy is because we all know that and recognize that Thriller is one of the greatest albums of all times. I think that is pretty much set in stone. Like that is a fact. You know what I'm saying? Like you have, the sky's blue, water's wet. Thriller is one of the greatest albums of all time. We don't necessarily have to say the greatest, but it is one of the greatest and still selling like crazy, even though we don't even buy albums like that. But that one reviewer for the LA Times said that about the Michael Jackson Thriller album.
And so he thought that he was just going to shut down Michael Jackson's entire career because of that.
I'm just saying, what the hell do you know? Now, again, I personally like the album. I'm going to say the Iceman album. Again, the other albums, but the Iceman album is straight fire. And if you go into it, if you have personal taste like myself, stuntastic rap, if you have personal taste like myself, then it might be something that's worthwhile to you. You might like it. Production is crazy. Beats are nice. Drake is witty as hell on them.
There are places, TK, I think there are places that you can go to listen when you listen to stuntastic rap.
Yeah, okay.
One, be in the gym. You can go work out.
Yes, okay. Clearly you see that's not where I listen to them, but okay, I'm following you.
One being in a car, a nice car.
That, again, maybe not a nice car, but it's in a car. And so I'm riding, I'm listening. Okay, go ahead.
Car. Another one in the carpool line.
Dreaming about a life that's not my own. I got you. I ain't gonna lie. And you know what's funny? This morning when I dropped my son off at school, in the carpool line, as soon as he got out, I turned that sucker on and put it on ridiculous levels. Up in there.
Uh,
They like Mr. King. Wow, show am. I'm feeling this. But you're right. You are
yeah, I
so
mean,
right.
there's just, a few places and hey, lounging on the beach, just that, off of
But
somebody else dying. Fantastic rap.
getting flued out by some old
Yes.
sugar daddy. That's perfect place to listen to it.
Yes.
My thing is this. I just think can we let it breathe? Like Sash.
Just for a little bit. Just for a little bit.
When you
I
bake
didn't
a
get
cake.
a chance to listen to it yet.
But I'm telling you, listen to Iceman first.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to Iceman first. Now the other ones, I get it. You may not want to hear about 4 or 5 songs with him and Sexy Red on it. That's a business move. Y'all got to look beyond that, But I'm just saying that if you listen to the Iceman album, listen to what that guy's that he's rapping. Mm-hmm. He's rapping. Now again, this is not saying we choose Drake over Kendrick. It ain't an either or situation. No. Both of them are very artistic. Okay. Again, my cup of tea, when I listen to rap, I just don't want to hear about freeing the slaves. I don't want you to remind me about the ills of what's going on in the world. Mm-hmm. I listen to music for an escape. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. I want to hear rap where I want to hear you smashing all the fine, sexy chicks. I want to see you making money. I want to hear you talk about jewels and diamonds and all that. Now, I don't want to hear you talk about selling dope, but I definitely want to hear about you getting money and living a life that I don't live because it's imaginary for me. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. 100%. But
now I do love, I'm not gonna say I love, but I enjoy listening to Kendrick. It was something that, like you said, you had to let it breathe a little bit. And I know, we talked about the performance. We talked about, the comparisons a couple podcasts episodes back. After that, just kind of letting it marinate. And it's like, okay, Kendrick Lamar, I dig you. Cause him and who's the other guy? The Conscious. Well, I'm not
J. Cole.
Yeah, J. Cole. See, you know exactly. So yeah, I like J. Cole as well.
He addresses J. Cole on his album, but go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So I like J. Cole, Kendrick, and I'll give Drake a shot. Give Drake a shot.
Can I be honest with you?
Go ahead.
You know this, okay? I'm a full scale entertainer. I am a comedian. I'm a host. I am also a celebrity guest DJ. Yes, I am. I DJ at least twice a week. Okay. In my DJ career, which runs parallel with my comedy career, I have never once been asked to play Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole ever.
And I remember you saying that. I remember you saying that. So those kind of songs are the songs.
Are the songs that people say they listen to but really don't.
Just come on
They say they listen to them, they really don't. Okay? And that's the point that Drake's trying to make. Drake trying to say, hey, look, man, I done gave y'all hits on hits for 17, 18 years. And y'all trying to act like I'm not that guy. And this past weekend, now Drake dropped on May 15th. This past weekend, I found myself just driving around, stop at the gas station, stop at the store, stop here. Every single car, there was not a car that I did not hear a Drake song playing. And most of them were playing from Iceman. I'm not saying, hey, I'm just saying that's what was going on. Not saying he ran the streets. I'm just saying that's what was going on.
Yeah, I think it was playing in my house too. I had to tell him lower that noise down because
oh, you pulled the old woman. You got the broomstick. Knock that out.
What's that? And talking about that's the Drake album. I was like, well, you don't have no cursing in it, huh?
Oh my God.
No cursing in there. I'm talking about women.
I won't. But here's the thing. And just to
then
be
they changed it to Michael Jackson after that. So
I did the opposite in carpool. We were listening to Michael Jackson on the way to school. Once he got out, Drake came on. But here's the funny thing though, right? And I'm not saying this again. I personally align more with what Drake is talking about than Kendrick Lamar. Now, and again, I'm not picking sides. One of my partners. He's my frat brother, good friend of mine. He's from Compton, and Compton really rides with Compton. When the GNX album came out from Kendrick Lamar, I called him. I said, "Hey man, this is pretty hard. The GNX album is pretty hard. Not I want to listen to it 12 times in a weekend hard, but it's hard. It got some really nice beats. I don't think you listen to Kendrick for the high key, woke up in the broccoli, dockley, docty, docty. Nah, that's not, but it was hard. I said, hey man, this is nice. I can respect that. It was good to me. Likewise, now Compton is a totally different beast, and I'm gonna stop talking about it before they send somebody to my door. But they ride with each other. He was the first person to call me Friday, which was May 15th. He was the first person to call me and say, "Hey man, this Drake album is pretty hard." That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, and if you enjoy good music, you're gonna listen to good music.
Well, you got to be open to it. You got to be open to it. You can't. But again, a couple podcasts ago, and I said this earlier in the year, I said Kendrick Lamar is a lot like Hennessy. I said that he's like Hennessy because they convince you that it tastes good. You gotta like it, and if you don't like it, you ain't black. That's what he is, and it has nothing to do with that. Like I've seen some of the think pieces. I've seen some of the things that people said, like, oh, if he's still rapping about getting women at 38 years old, that's bad. Says who? I want to hear about it. He should grow up. No, he shouldn't. I want him to remain the exact same. Drake is my outlet to holler at women, to get money, to go to Turkey and be smashing chicks. That's why I listen to Drake. I don't listen to Drake to get my revolutionary orders.
Revolutionary orders?
Yes. Drake is not telling me who to vote for or what. I don't need to listen to music to get my cue on what to think about social and socioeconomic principles. You know where I get my ideas from for socioeconomic principles? I pick up a book and I read. I don't listen to music for that. I listen to music to feel stuntastic, to watch women shake their ass, and to feel good. Thinking about the revolution don't make me feel good.
TK, but now you have the White House interfering in that. So, they posted, what he had on his album, and they had the MAGA chain hanging from there.
So here's the thing. Here's the Iceman album.
So now it gets political.
That Sasha's talking about.
It gets political at that point.
But it was so popular. The release has been so popular. Everybody jumped on board. SportsCenter made posts about it all day throughout the weekend. But what Sasha's talking about is the White House, unfortunately, here we go. You see, that's what they posted.
Yeah. So it's like you're pushing yourself into a part of something, a whole another culture. Now you've made it political for Drake, who I don't know if this is the lane that he wanted, but I mean, I'm sure it's
Drake didn't make it political. How did Drake make it political?
No, I'm saying I'm sure he does. He didn't want it this route. I said, however, any pub is, good pub at this point. So
to me, what it was is just like any company, everybody is trying to ride the social media wave. And what happened was, everybody was posting about it. You had, like I said, SportsCenter was posting about it. ESPN, the Golf Channel was posting about it. Everybody posted about it. The White House trying to get some motion, trying to appeal to black folks. That's why they posted what they posted, trying to make it seem like, oh, we are a part of what is going on in the zeitgeist, And so That's not Drake's fault, because
It's not.
ESPN did the same thing. What people don't realize, the White House posted about Kendrick's album too. They posted They Not Like Us. Didn't nobody say nothing. But the bigger issue is that nobody wants to talk about is that Sash is killing those chips. That's the biggest issue. But the second biggest issue is that people are discrediting Drake's blackness because he's light-skinned and got a white Jewish mother. That's the real thing this is all about. Yeah. This ain't about rap skills. This is about the fact that we have othered Drake and that we don't accept all blackness in the diaspora. That's what it has to do with. Ain't nobody gonna say it, but I'm gonna say it. Now, you can talk about, now all of a sudden we want to judge everybody. Oh, well, he half white. So is J. Cole. Y'all ain't say that about him. But you know what it is? Black folks have a thing. You cannot
and so was the guy with the afro, basketball player. That Missy loves.
Football. Colin
football.
Kaepernick.
Yeah, him.
Yeah. But the difference is that there's like a Venn diagram with black folks and who they like. Okay. You can be successful. You can get money. You can be attractive, but you can't be all three. You got to pick two. You got to pick two. You can't be successful.
Why is that?
You can't, because it's everything. We don't like, nobody was rooting for Goliath. You know what's crazy when we hear the story of David and Goliath? Everybody always talks about David the underdog, which he was an underdog, but this ain't
my favorite.
for that.
That's my favorite series right now. But go ahead. Book of David.
But the thing is that nobody was talking about the fact that Goliath had fans.
Oh yeah, he did.
Goliath had a family. Nobody mentions that. We are taught, we are just raised just in society and culture that you always root for the underdog. We don't want to see people be too good. So again, you have in the black community.
Well, David was led by the Lord, but go ahead.
I told you we're good. But here's the thing. In the black community, you can only be two. You can't be three. You cannot be successful, like super duper successful, like next level successful. You can't be next level successful, good looking, and just overly great at what you cannot and getting money. You can't do it. Think about it. Why do most people hate Beyonce? Because she's all of them. Because she's all of them. Why do people ride with Kendrick? He's successful. He's talented, but he ain't good looking. Okay. Why do people ride with Kendrick Lamar? Because, I mean, not Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole. Because he's successful. Well, no. I'm sorry. He's talented. He's, by all accounts, and I mean this very hetero, he's a handsome guy, but he's not wildly successful. See? You ain't got it. Find me somebody who has all three that the black community just ride with. You ain't gonna find it. And here's another thing. Here's another question that I have as to how we treat Drake different than we treat anybody else. Now, I read some of the think pieces, and we're going to talk about some of the think pieces. Some of the think pieces say things like, oh, he needs to grow up, and oh, why don't he rap about something different? Why do we hold Drake to a standard we don't hold nobody else to? Megan Thee Stallion can rap about the same thing all day long. Nobody talks about it. Cardi B can rap about the same thing all day long. Nobody talks about it. But when it comes to Drake, now all of a sudden, we want to hear his thoughts on the Strait of Hormuz. I don't tune in to rap for that. I tune in to rap, like I said, to hear you talk about get money, get women, and to see women shake their tail.
So I feel, people are wanting to hear that because these rappers, celebrities, they have such a large platform, and they feel that, you can reach the masses if you tell us about your thoughts on the Strait of Hormuz. So if you tell us your thoughts about, what's going on with the war, voting, or what have you. So they just feel, that their platforms, should, it's
Okay.
there, and you need to hop up on that real quick, talk about that, and hop back off and go back to your music. But I feel
Don't
what you're saying as far as, this
don't
is not.
nobody ask Leonardo DiCaprio what his thoughts are politically.
Mhm.
White folks don't ask, Jason Aldean what he thinks politically. They
Well, he
don't
talked about what
ask.
his wife, they talk about it on their social
They
media.
they they talk about it. Nobody is depending upon it. They don't tell him to make songs about it. We're
Hmm.
the only group of people, and we don't ask everybody to do it. We don't ask. We only ask again when you're all three. You can't
Hmm.
be all three. Can't do it.
So Michael Jackson, so his platform, he talked about people dying with AIDS. They don't really care about us. So
Yes.
like
He
heal the world,
always
make it a
had,
better
yes.
place. Like
You had We Are
his
the
music,
World. You had
yeah,
Heal the World. You had, yeah,
he
Man in the
used
Mirror, all that. Yeah.
yeah, he used his platform, and so I guess people are wanting them to, like, hey, Michael Jackson did it. This is what, he did, and we expect you to, to do the
You
same thing,
you
but they're not
you
Michael.
you know what else was on those albums?
Dirty Diana.
Dirty Diana, Just Another Part of Me, Bad. You know
Mm-hmm.
what was else on the Heal the World album? Black or White, Remember the
Mm-hmm.
Time. It was bops. We want to hear
Mm-hmm.
bops. I don't
Mm-hmm.
want to hear revolutionary music. I don't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to hear "Let's go meet at the protest." Meet me at the protest. It's going down. I don't want to hear that.
But that goes hard though. They don't care about us. Oh my goodness, that beat kick in. Doop, doop,
It
doop, doop,
it
doop, doop, doop,
does.
doop,
It
doop,
does. It's
doop,
hard.
doop.
It's hard. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. But that's why you feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Man in the Mirror goes hard because it's a
Mm-hmm.
good song. But
Yeah.
ain't nobody ever sat there and said, you know what? Maybe I need to start, and the change needs to be in me. No,
Well, they refer to that song, TK, because I know I
they
do a lot
they
when I'm
they
talking
refer
to,
to it in the song, but at the end of the day, we want to move and shake our tail. That's what we want.
and it starts with
If
the man in the mirror.
if
It starts with the man in the mirror. Yes.
but I'll say this: if Michael Jackson never had Thriller, we would have never even listened to "We Are the World" or
Mhm.
"Man in the Mirror" or "Heal the World" or "They Don't Care About Us" or
Mhm.
"Earth Song." We never
Mhm.
would have listened to any of that if he did not have bops.
Yeah.
You gotta have bops 100%. It gotta move. And my thing is, man,
Did you
there's
see? Did you see the viral video that's going around with the Michael Jackson "Bad" video and the choreography? One guy was like really off of his choreography, and no one
no,
ever
that
noticed
wasn't
it.
bad. That was Beat It.
Beat It, yes,
Yeah,
Beat It,
yeah, yeah,
and no one ever noticed it until
yeah.
I guess somebody pointed
Yeah,
it
it,
out.
it, it was well in the can. Yeah, yeah. Like,
Because I
Sasha, it
mean,
ain't much you can get by me with Michael Jackson. You do realize I'm the
yeah,
biggest fan ever, right?
yeah.
Okay, okay. Just thought maybe we just met. I don't know. I don't know. But no, and it's funny you talk about. It's funny we mentioned Michael Jackson. Did you know that the
Mhm.
glove that Drake is wearing in the him on the him album cover, that's the actual Michael Jackson glove that he purchased?
Oh, I'm sure it is.
No, it is. It's the
Uh,
actual Mike
So,
glove.
so I initially thought that when I first saw that image, I was like, it's
Hmm.
like Michael Jackson hand.
Yeah,
So
it
I did
is. It
not
is.
know that
Yeah,
that was an
the exact one.
original.
The
Yeah, is
original.
that
Yeah,
Drake's hand?
that is Drake's hand. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
To me,
So
it looks like a Playboy bunny too. That's what I
so
thought. He was making like in the lights, just making
so
love,
the
dog
little,
things,
yeah.
and making
So,
roof, roof. He's
shadow
like,
puppets. He making shadow puppets.
yeah, making shadow puppets with his hand.
So it's funny you say that because you You were telling me about a think piece that you saw where someone was basically alluding to Drake, kind of encouraging through the hand
Mm-hmm.
sign
Mm-hmm.
the some white supremacists who have co-opted that particular hand sign. Can you
Mm-hmm.
tell me about that?
Yeah, so I saw something online where someone was saying that the symbol, I guess whatever he's making with his hand is it coincides with racism, white supremacy, and things
Mm-hmm.
like that. And I'm like, okay.
It's a
I
reach.
thought it was shadow puppets the whole time, but I mean, I
Well,
guess hey, let's
you're you're
dive deep and see.
well, sometimes, man, folks be so deep, you know what I'm saying? They don't know, they all the way down to the core. But
Mm-hmm.
you're talking about the okay hand sign, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Which for some, that sign has had various meanings all throughout our modern culture. I will say this: being a son of the South, and I say
Mm-hmm.
that because my parents are from Mississippi. I'm talking about
So
you,
you from the South.
yeah, yeah. It's so hot, you hear the heat. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? You ever heard the heat? You know, and so, being a son of the South, I have known that in the past, three fingers down like this near your pocket stood for KKK. Okay, that's
Mm.
something that I got from my mother and my father.
Oh
Both of them are
wow.
from
Okay.
Mississippi. That is something where if you rode and they were really trying to intimidate you, they would stand
Mm-hmm.
outside and put their fingers near their
Oh, their
pockets
belt buckle.
with their belt buckle, and this would hang over.
Oh,
Okay, so
okay.
I have known that. But the sign has had various meanings,
Mm-hmm.
especially in Black culture. We have prominent D9 fraternity, Kappa Alpha Psi, that has been a derivative of their hand sign.
Okay.
You have the Bloods, which
Mm-hmm.
this is all I'm gonna say because I don't want them coming up to my door because them is different, a different type of fraternity.
Mm-hmm.
but they have had the B as well,
Mm-hmm.
variations up and down, because it could be blood, it could be pyru, it could be all the different types of
Mm-hmm.
things. There are just various things, various other things that the hand sign. And also too, Eddie Murphy held up the hand sign in Beverly Hills Cop, where he was like, okay, he did that as
Mm-hmm.
buckwheat, okay,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
so it has had various meanings. I think to attribute that to Drake is a bit of a reach, but again, it goes back to the whole, we discount his blackness because
Mm-hmm.
he is a product of an interracial relationship, and I just think
Mm-hmm.
that's just kind of cheap, because there are many people who have added value to the Black community right now in current times who are whose parents are interracial. Like I mentioned, J.
Yeah.
Cole.
Yeah.
Nobody questions his
No.
blackness. Or
No.
maybe it's because he isn't all three, and because he got
And he has a
dreadlocks.
nappy beard.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
mean, like
yeah.
his beard
Okay.
is nappy. So like they're like, oh my
It looked
gosh, you
dusty.
are
He looks
so
dusty.
black.
Oh yeah, he got to be
Yeah,
black.
like
He's dusty.
yeah, like
Yeah, he ashy. He got to be black. He got to be full black. Look at that.
yeah, look at him.
Cause only a will walk around looking like that.
About to pull a muscle in my neck. Yeah, man.
Just saying. Think about it. In the Black community, can't be all three. You can only be two of the three.
Nah.
Can't be all
Uh-huh.
three.
Uh-huh.
Can't be successful. Can't be super duper talented, and you can't be good looking. If you all three, they gonna hate you out your socks and drawers. Just saying.
Well,
Just
let the
saying.
hate begin, TK.
Let the hate begin. Now
Let
we
the
got
hate
somebody in the
begin.
Black community that we really do got hate towards, and you know who that is. That is
Dr. Cheyenne Bryant.
Dr. Cheyene Bryant.
Wow.
Girl, what is you doing?
Well, she already said it. She said, don't hate me because I'm beautiful. Like she already said, she was like, you know what? Y'all just hate me because I'm beautiful. I mean,
No, we
Carrie
hate you
Hilson
because
said
you're.
it. Carrie Hilson said it, and Cheyenne Bryant is saying it too. So
We don't hate you because you're beautiful. We hate you because you're a liar. If you haven't heard, Dr. Cheyenne, well, should I still keep calling her doctor?
From what you told me, yes, you better.
Well, yeah, she did trademark Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. So I guess now, and she filed to change her name to Dr. Cheyenne. So I guess we got to call her Dr. Cheyenne Bryant. Dr. Cheyenne Bryant has been making waves over the internet last couple of weeks, man, because her credentials are coming into question.
TK, basically, so you telling me that's not her credentials across her chest on her chain that says doc? Like, that should be credential enough to let you know.
Be like, of course I'm a doctor.
I walk into my...
How we know? Because look, would a doctor really have doctor across their neck? Come on.
Walk in to get examined and like, where's your chain at? Where's your chain? Don't touch me if you don't have your chain around your neck.
Be like, look at my diploma on the wall. Yeah, anybody can get one of them, but what about that chain that say doctor? You ain't got one of them. Nuh-uh. If you're on a plane, don't nobody be like, hey, somebody's having a heart attack up here. Do we have a doctor on board? Be like, yeah. Well, what do you study, doctor? I study sociology. That person on the plane's dead.
Mm-hmm. And that actually happened to me on a plane. They asked for a doctor. And
like, sir,
you know, and I guess we'll talk about that another time. But a nurse was on the plane and was able to assist and to help. So that's
like, hey, is there a doctor on the plane? Be like, ma'am, I'm a dentist. Be like, no, we mean a real doctor. Yes. We mean a real doctor.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, she went around on tour for her book, and it just kind of went down south from there. Like, and it just everything just.
Well, the more she started talking, you know, because people were asking, like, yo, what's up with your, you know, so where'd you become a doctor at? And she said that she got her PhD from a now defunct college called Argosy University, which is no longer accredited. And in that, she says that all of her records were lost, and so she can't pull up her transcripts or anything like that. Though there are people who also attended Argosy University who have been able to say, hey, look, no, the portal is still open. They just are not accredited. So you can still access your records and get access to your records, but it's not accredited. People have even gone so far as to say, that? What do you mean?
Like, you really had to go research. Let me find a university that shut down Argosy.
Well, I mean,
yeah. That's what I'm going to use, and I'm going to say.
If I was her, I'd have said Trump University. At least the president could have stepped in for you. You know what I'm saying? You always talk about, I went to, but she says she went to Argosy. She says, you know, because it's shut down, she doesn't have access to her transcripts. Now, I'm going to tell you like this. Transcripts and academic records are something that people keep track of forever. I mean, a really, really, really long time. And that's whether you complete the program or not. You know, I know if I were to call E.A. Jones Elementary School right now and ask for my records from a long, 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 long time ago, they're going to be able to show you, because those are things that, you know, you just keep track of. Like, that is an official document, and people do not just get rid of official documents just because it may not exist anymore. There may be a server, there may be obstacles and barriers to getting your stuff, but it exists. But I'm going to ask this question, because she's been running on social media for a long time. Why or how did we let her get this far without questioning her credentials?
Honestly, this is my first time even hearing about her. And this is what I'm hearing, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, this is first impressions for me, because I've never heard of her. And
well,
it's like, whoa. And then, you know, you go research and you like, oh my gosh. And she was like, you know, Doc Squad. And so I'm like, she has her
Doc had Squad. A call phrase. She had a call.
Oh yeah, phrase? Doc Squad. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, she is all in. She has leaned into it.
Yeah. Yep, she
That
has a following. She has, mm-hmm. Yep.
now
So she
I
said her
have a
doc squad
theory.
would understand her more
Her
than,
doc
I
squad.
guess, people like
Okay,
myself, because I've never heard of
so
her or,
she's
what she
really
does.
finessing people who don't know anything about how to get a doctorate. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my oldest brother, Marv,
Uh-huh.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
he's currently in a program right now earning his doctorate.
Mm-hmm.
And there are several factors that go into earning your doctorate. Okay. The reason that you earn a doctorate and you have to write a long, thick dissertation is because you are adding to academia. Now,
Mm-hmm.
everyone has asked, hey, well, if that's the case, if you can't find your records, where's your diploma?
Yeah,
And
at
she
least you
says,
hold it up.
I ain't got to show nothing to nobody.
Oh,
You can't see it, Sash, but right over there, I got 2 on the wall right there.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, where's your dissertation?
Yeah.
Y'all just don't understand. Now, Sash, I'm gonna tell you, my brother right now, because the doctorate is super writing intensive.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about every time he has to turn these things in, they're 27, 30 pages each, and they're adding to this thick dissertation that he has.
Mm-hmm.
When you're going for your doctorate, and I know this because I was exploring at a time, when you're going
Mm-hmm.
for your doctorate, you are basically walked along the path with an advisor. You
Mm-hmm.
have to submit. You don't just get to write anything to add to academia. You have to submit a thesis statement, and it
Mm-hmm.
has to be accepted. You have to explain before a committee why this is important enough for me to spend the next 3 to 5 years researching and adding to academia about this.
And you
Okay.
know what? And I also walked that path by mistake the other day. I was looking for the undergrad graduation for
Mm-hmm.
Southern University, and I stumbled upon the doctoral and the graduate, the graduate school
Now, what did you
graduation.
just call it? You just called it what? The
Doctoral.
doctoral. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's
Mm-hmm.
the tail sign right there, but go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And so, I'm thinking, okay, they have to do, their class first before the
Mm-hmm.
undergrad. And in the meantime, they're coming up on stage. They have their advisor. They said they'll name the professor, who's Doctor such and such.
Mm-hmm.
They'll come
Yeah.
up there and put the cape around them, and then below it had dissertation of AI and such, la la la, and then they got their degree and walked off stage, and the next person, academic advisor, Dr. such and such, dissertation in ag science, la la, and so I'm like, wow, like, okay, like, this is how it's done. This is how it's done. Like, these are, and I was just cheering, excited, like, these are
Yeah.
doctors, like, these
Yeah.
are,
And they state what it is.
yep,
Okay.
they state their
Yeah.
dissertation. It was written underneath
Yeah.
what they did, who their advisor was, and
Uh-huh.
their advisor was on stage snapping a
Yep.
picture. So I'm like, you
Because
gotta
it is
have
a
a picture.
process for both of. That's what
Yes,
I'm asking. Show me the picture.
that you took on stage at least.
Yeah, I know that gotta exist. Well, I ain't go to my graduation. Okay, fine, cool. Well, show me the dissertation. I'm gonna tell you something.
Before
I
you tell
know.
me something, hold up, TK.
Mhm,
But okay, pick cameras. If
mhm,
you had a camera in the 2000s,
mhm,
you should at least have your pictures saved on a cloud somewhere.
mhm.
Before then, I understand it was the box throwaway little cameras. You have to go get it, this and
I
that.
have pictures from 2012 in the cloud right now
Yeah.
that
So
I
it's
didn't
like,
add there. They just naturally went there. But go ahead.
yeah. So it's
Mhm.
like, if you didn't graduate in 1996, 95, 94, things like that, like, you should be able to find your pictures, unless God forbid your house burned down, got flooded, whatever it may have happened to where
Yeah.
you lost some of those pictures, but there should be pictures somewhere with you and your advisor in that
Well,
program.
even beyond that, Sash, one thing we do after graduation is we gonna go out to eat. Show me the pictures of you at Ryan's Steakhouse with your family in your hood and robe. Because you walked in there with your hood and robe to go get them rolls. I want to see the picture of you and your grandmama and your mama.
Yes.
At
Because it's a
Ryan's
big deal.
Steakhouse. It's a huge deal. Sash, I remember after 8th grade graduation, we went to Ryan's Steakhouse. What you think we gonna do after you done got your doctorate?
Exactly.
I want to see that. That's what I want to see. Show me that.
Yeah.
But no.
Just being able to see that, like, I'm like, okay, wow, like I just stumbled upon this, but I'm actually seeing this graduation take place where they got the masters, and shouts out to Shory Robinson. He got his master's degree. Look, I was like, oh. And so, I mean, it's a process. You take a picture with your advisor on stage.
Show me. I want to see it. Show me. But here's the thing.
The college should have pictures too, yearbook, something.
No. I'm gonna take you one better. If you really got your doctorate, that's somewhere in your mama Bible right now. That is somewhere in your mama house right now. Now, again, God forbid something happened. You know what? Hey, it might not be there. I don't know one person, and I know plenty of people who have doctorates. I mean from years upon years ago. I know someone right now who earned their doctorate in the 90s, in the late 1900s, and they still have their dissertation, thick dissertation on their bookshelf right now. And you know what they like to do? That when you walk into their office, they like to say, hey, there's my dissertation right there. And they pull it out and show it to you. Everybody who comes in that office.
Is that your dad?
Person. No, that's not my dad. But thanks for bringing up a very sore subject. Thank you. Real quick, man, gotta send a big shout out, man, to Jared Walker, man, tuning in, checking us out, man. We appreciate you for real. But a pharmacy.
So he's the one that you saw on the plane.
We need a doctor, ma'am. Doctor of pharmacy here. No, we mean a real doctor. But no. Seriously. I just found out, speaking of my dad, I just found out he graduated valedictorian from his high school class.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my dad graduated valedictorian.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
My husband's dad was valedictorian of his class too.
It was a colored school and it was only 30 of them, but still, it was
same.
It's a colored school.
It was Capital High School.
No, my dad, he graduated from McLaurin Consolidated Colored High School in Mississippi.
I'm sure you can find records of him being valedictorian.
That's how I found out. There were records.
Yep. Exactly.
But that only proves our point.
Yeah.
That only proves our point. If it really existed, show me where it was. And now, this takes me back to a time when we were on the air. If you don't know, if you're just joining Tony and Sash live on this journey, Sash and I used to work together at a radio station. We were on the morning show. And I remember one time someone's athletic achievements had been called into question.
Yes, I remember.
One of our dear friends, his athletic achievements were called into question. So naturally, because I have stated that I went and I played football Division I at Drake University. Yes, Drake University is the university that's me. And I remember, so then everybody started questioning everybody's athletic achievement. I remember I had to get on the phone and call my coach, who was still coaching at Drake at the time. He picked up the phone. They transferred me to him. They picked up the phone. He had to state himself, my head coach, that yes, Tony played. He was a good player too. And he said, Tony, just as a little extra, he sent me the media guides of my tenure playing for the Drake University Bulldogs. So
Mhm.
again, record.
And we were able, you didn't finish, we were able to find information for our colleague as well.
We did find information for our colleague. It just was not the information that our colleague had said. Basically, our colleague was Dr. Cheyene Bryant. You see how it all comes back? And what the hell is this that she's holding? Because it ain't a doctorate.
I don't know. Looks like the Declaration of Independence. I don't know. Like, I see a whole bunch of signatures. I don't know. Like,
do you want to hear something funny? What if Dr. Cheyene Bryant started calling herself Dr. Cheyene Bryant over an honorary doctorate?
You know
what if it were an honorary doctorate she got from Argosy? Maybe that's why we can't find it.
That's probably why. But I know one thing, she can't go to certain countries in Africa with the honorary doctorate. You saw, like, lately, like, as of, like, a few weeks ago, they banned, like, anyone who received, they can't hold that title in Nigeria, really? Ghana, and I think Ethiopia.
Well, you know why you can't do it in Nigeria. Nigeria has real doctors. Now, if you don't know, do you know any real Nigerians?
Yes.
Like, they are serious about education.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I remember I hosted an African coalition. It was for the entire continent, all of the students from different countries within Africa at Southern University. And it was interesting to see students from Cameroon. You had Nigeria, Ghana, which Ghana is one of my favorite African countries. Like, Ghana and Nigeria have some of the most beautiful women. I remember there was a woman, and I shouldn't even be saying this now, but in college, her name was Justine. Justine was so amazingly just nice and gentle. She had me wanting to move to Ghana. Anyway, neither here nor there. Drake University. So, but I'm talking to all of these students, and I like to find out about people's culture and where they come from, how they feel, what brings them here, all these different things. And I remember talking to the students from Nigeria, and I just noticed, because, as a comedian and observational humorist, I noticed that, man, Nigerians really don't play about education. And I'm asking them, like, hey, man, what is it about Nigerians at that time? Across the board here in America, Nigerians hold the highest college graduation rate at 45% of Nigerian Americans have a college degree. 45%, which is slightly greater than Asian Americans. Go ahead.
When they were getting the doctorates, oh yeah.
Oh, I'm sure they were all
It was some African names, and even the advisor, the advisor for them was African.
So I'm asking them, like, man, what is it about y'all, man, and where y'all really, are about education? And they all said, hey, we have this thing. It's called the Nigerian way. Either you're going to be, the professions they look highly upon are professions in medicine, and in engineering and STEM. They don't necessarily fully respect totally the humanities, more like law, things like that, English, drama, the arts. They look highly favorably upon STEM and medicine. And I was like, wow. And that wasn't the only time I heard that. I remember I had an Uber driver in LA, and I had a show out there, and they, he picked me up, and he was, we were talking about that as well. And he was like, yeah, man. He was like, I'm an aerospace something engineer, major right now. And he just told me, like, this is what it is. He was like, my dad was this. And he was like, his dad was like, what are you doing with your life? Why do you want to be so lazy? And so, I was just like, man, I just really wish that, that all Black Americans could adopt that level of enthusiasm and work, for education, instead of us always trying to look for the easy route. Because right now, the only things that I see that Black folks want to do now is sell real estate and scam.
What
Like,
about the
my
comedian?
goodness.
I wonder what about the comedian Michael Blankson? Did I hear that he does he have a degree and he just does
Michael
comedy as
Blackson?
well? Yeah.
That I don't know. I have had the
I
opportunity to
thought
perform
I
with Mike a few times.
mhm,
I've never heard him mention that himself, but he does value education so much that
mhm.
he has built schools. I can't remember which country he's from, but he has built several schools and invested a lot in education in his home country. Yes.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I know who right now is kind of a disgrace to their culture.
Who is that?
Well, I'm not gonna say a disgrace from what I was hearing. So I'm not the one to say that he's a disgrace. It's just what I heard, just some satire. They
Mhm.
were saying that Cash Patel
Oh my God.
talking about like, bro, you supposed to go in there and represent. Talking about he
Now
just messing everything up. They trying to,
the
you
the
know.
the coolest thing about Cash Patel is that his real name is Cash App. He's in the wrong business. Do you know how stuntastic I would be if my real name was Cash App? Like, bruh, you got to call me Cash App. I'd be a whole rapper out here with the name Cash App. But the bad part about it is Cash Patel is kind of, he kind of cross-eyed a little bit. He'd be,
Mhm. Leave him alone. Stop. Don't let a fly land on your
oh my God. Don't tell me you're into that.
I'm just
Oh.
like
But you see, I stopped though.
the old wives' tale. Uh-huh.
Oh my God. Nah, man. Hey man, Sash. It has been real fun. I'm so glad we back into the saddle today. It
Yeah,
has been
yeah,
really fun. It
yeah.
has been
Even
really
though
fun.
I'm traveling, but hey,
You
I
you
am
you are
here.
traveling, yeah.
Yes, I'm traveling. I'm here,
Where are you?
and I am in the Windy City.
Ah,
Where's
you're
that?
you're you're in Idaho, right?
Chicago is the Windy City, isn't it?
Oh, you're talking about what we call the Windy City. Okay.
The Windy City is Chicago. That's correct, right? I'm in Chicago, the Windy City. Because coming in here was like, you know,
Well, Wellington, New Zealand is the Windy City, but I get it. You're in Chicago.
Chicago, the Windy City.
Well, yeah, we do call
Well,
Chicago the Windy City. I'm just
but I
teasing with
mean,
you.
I was able to fly over the beautiful Lake Michigan. And so that was my
Mm.
first time seeing that. And President Barack Obama opened up well, I guess it's not quite open yet, but I think it's open for tours. So I'm going to see if,
Oh, the
there.
museum, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, nice.
Presidential, yeah. So,
Well, I'll say this: while you are in Chicago, which is one of my favorite cities, make
mhm.
sure that you stop by Luminati's, get you a deep dish personal pizza, enjoy yourself,
Okay,
and
so that was sounding a little, I'm like, Illuminati. Like, wait, hold up.
now I ain't say the Illuminati. No, it's the name of it is
Okay,
like Lewis,
gotcha.
Lou.
Okay.
The next name is Manati,
Okay.
Manatti. Yeah, yeah,
Illuminati. Okay,
yeah.
gotcha. Because it was
Lou,
like a big thing with Gino, some graffiti. You could
yeah.
write your name on the wall at another.
Gino Scratagacci or something like
Mhm,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Nah,
Garrett's
man.
popcorn, I think is big out here too. So I'm
It
gonna try
is
that. And the
super
rainbow
overrated.
cone.
Stop by
Yeah.
Harold's Chicken too. Go to Harold's.
Harold's. Okay.
Harold's Chicken. Think Blue Store, but Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah,
We'll
Harold's
do that.
Chicken. And I'm gonna
And
tell
is
you how
this
you know it's
where Good
good.
Times was Good Times, Chicago, right?
Wait. If you staying where Good Times is filmed, you need to hurry up and get home. Run.
I
You are
don't know.
not
I
safe.
can't. If I open up this window, it kind of look a little
You
good time-ish. It look a
you
little
are
good
not
time-ish out my
safe.
window.
Matter of fact, you don't need to go anywhere. You need to get down and hide under the bed.
Making my
Oh,
way.
oh my God.
Yeah,
You are
so
not in a good time right now. No, but speaking of good times, man, we had good times with you today. Hey, it's Tony and Sash Live. Remember, we are here all the time giving you the best in pop culture, everything that happens in between. And we just like to have a little fun. Remember, we want to
yeah.
invite you, join up with us. Like, subscribe, follow, do all of that. YouTube, Facebook, everywhere, TikTok. It don't matter. Wherever there's a social media, catch us, man. That's where we at. Tony and Sash Live.
That's it.
Hey, we appreciate you. Spread the word. Share upon share. We out this thing. Thank you.